Hello agents, it is time for some Diablo news. That's right, with a new 4.1 update coming around the corner. We have new information about what is about to come, which is actually very exciting. Also, there is a way that you can get not one but two dark portals whenever you're spamming the liquid bosses to get those legendary gears. And also I'm gonna share with you the updated version for the one-shot Crusader PvP build that is like it's been so fun that you guys don't want to miss. And if you guys don't want to miss more of this content and you guys are liking it, do me a small favor, drop that like and the subscribe button, because it tells me and my wife that you guys are enjoying the content and you want to see more. So let's dive into how can you actually get to dark portals. So if you guys remember, a while back I actually shared this secret farm that can get you 25 legendaries per hour. Well, now it's not a secret because already 70,000 people watch it, but basically you're just gonna go, you spam like this Hell 2 boss, and whenever you do, you're gonna have like these dark portals spawning whenever you kill the boss, and then there's gonna random bosses drops, and then there's gonna be this chest, and this chest has a 100% chance of you actually getting a legendary item. So someone came on my stream and they said, you know what, Indez, we actually found a way that you can actually have not one but two dark portals spawning at the same time. And I was like, okay, maybe this guy is capping or something like that. But then he actually sent me this footage on my community on the Discord that you guys can join down below, that pretty much it shows me that here on this boss, the Ezali, which is Hell 3, this boss, it has two phases, and because it has two phases, there is double chance for you to drop this dark portal. So you're gonna see here, he beats his human form, and as soon as he beats the boss on his human form, you're gonna have the first dark portal, then the second phase spawns, and he has his multiple hands, and then you know, you're gonna be able to kill him, and whenever you do, there is the second dark portal. And I saw this and I was like, man, that's crazy. I mean, like, we actually gonna have here two, you know, chess pieces, you know, like dropping, and they said like, no, you actually can get it. So, you know, it's like, look at this one. So this one is gonna have 100% drop chance, but then there is the second one, as you guys can see here. But this one, it is smaller. So this means that this one still has 1 to triple chances of you getting the legendary gear. It doesn't mean it's gonna be 100% drop rate. So the first one, the big one, it is actually always 100% chance that you're gonna get the legendary gear. But on the second one, it is gonna be random. It can drop or it cannot drop, but still it is kind of crazy that you can have double. However, with this being said, I'm gonna tell you that I don't know how we did it, and I hope that Sully, my boy that came on chat, tells me and to everyone more exactly how can he actually do it. Because if you see here on this timer, I actually spent around like 1 hour of spamming this boss to just try to figure it out. How did he actually did it? Because every time I go here, I just one-shot the boss, and as you guys can see, there is no dark portal. Like, I tried it so many times, and if someone in the comments gives me and tries to make it understand how can you actually proc it like 100% uptime, please let me know. I play on the PC. Maybe it is a mobile thing, and on the PC it doesn't work, but regardless, I didn't make it happen. I procced a lot of times actually the dark portal on the second phase, so that actually happened. But the first one with the double, I never was able to do it. Still, I want to share it with the community, because if you guys find a way to get it always at 100%, I find it that it is pretty broken. Maybe as broken as the new familiar that is about to come inside the game. We already saw this familiar a bunch of times. I mean, it is nothing new, but now we actually have some new leaked artwork about this familiar. So this is going to be the normal rare version, then this probably is going to be the golden one that it has like two tails, that starts having a bit of flames, and the legendary version is looking absolutely stunning. So they has triple tails. It's gonna be all like fireworks and all these things. Then it's gonna be the wallpaper that I think they also already got leaked in the past. This pet, it looks like honestly better even than the familiar skins that they are selling. Obviously it is more like Diablo style. Then this is always gonna look inside the game. This is like the icon that also already leaked previously, but there is here an official announcement from Blizzard that it shows, or maybe it's like an official leak that it shows here, that first this is the pet, how it looks. Also, I saw, you know, a leak that I don't think it is gonna be true, that people were saying that pets are gonna have an extra bound, but if you see here, no, I don't think that's gonna be true. It says here 4 out of 4, and if we actually go inside the game, we actually gonna be able to see that we still have the same number of bounds. So there's still like 4 of them, but you know, maybe they actually can change last minute, but this pet is looking absolutely fantastic inside the game. The details, it is pretty crazy. He has like a new skill that I hope that is gonna be similar to the brand talent, which is gonna apply some burns of some ways that you can have the lingering ones to last longer, and hopefully it's gonna have the main trait, which you know, in the future you have another pet, so you can have, you know, a more than just 8% whenever you're just like trying to stack your legendary meme trade. So if you guys don't know, right now I think like if you want to do this, it is just the Quaid Strider, the Dusk, which I think is just like the brand talent, the Varrock, the Dusk Prowler, and maybe someone else that I'm just missing. You guys can tell me in the comments which one it is. I know that it's like 3 or 4 pets, and maybe like there's gonna be an extra one that is gonna come here into the game, which is gonna be very cool. So new pet is gonna come. Hopefully they actually gonna come with a new system, because if you guys see here, I have been saving for a very long time like these familiar contracts. I have like almost 500, and I've been saving since the moment that, if you guys remember, like almost what, 1 year ago, that Blizzard said, don't worry guys, we're gonna create a new familiar system, we're gonna rework all these things, we're gonna make it so much better. And since then I've been waiting for 2 updates. I've been waiting for the update of having the new familiar pet, or I've been waiting for a new pet to come into the game so I could go and do like a 300, 400, 500, you know, familiar contracts pulling on the stream, which pretty much I think they can be quite fun. So this is the information about this pet. Hopefully it's gonna be something cool. And now talking about cool things, man, I've been having a blast with a Crusader. Yesterday I shared with you guys, if you guys still didn't see, this one-shot build for Crusader, which is an absolutely banger. I'm gonna link it down below. I call it one-shot meta, the Stormbreaker, and it is so fun to play. Basically, you're just gonna go into them, and you're gonna put your Falling Sword, you're gonna put your Condemned, and then you're just gonna put your Feast of Thunders, and whenever that happens, you're actually gonna have this one-shot potential. And if it is not one shot, like for example this is the Druid, it's gonna be like a 2 or a 3 shot, depends on how the class it is tanky. But all I can tell you is actually I made a few updates on this build, and I made it like slightly quite tankier, because there is a different like playstyle. You don't go as deep as you go with the Shield Glare, and honestly, every time I was playing the Crusader, man, like the meta was always the same, always the Shield Glare. I always had to dive in, and you know, if you're like a lower resonance or free-to-play player, you're not gonna have as much survivability as a big welly does. So this playstyle actually serves me very well. Not only that, you can actually kill the players off screen, which is bunkers. And I made like a few changes because I realized a few things along the way that probably we actually don't need to have like so much survivability, in the sense that we're gonna be always quite outside from like the danger zone, because yeah, we're a Crusader, but we're gonna have like some range, you know, like you just go nearby, the Falling Sword is gonna hit them, and then you just back off. And so I'm gonna show you all the changes that I actually made since my video, because this is an updated version. The first one, it is that I actually changed my Black Rose, which is like whenever you take damage, you actually are able to immobilize the targets. But since because I don't go that deep, or like I don't get engaged as often, it is actually completely fine to just move that. So I put on an Entropic Well to add a bit more extra damage. I kept the Faltered Grasp because every time that you do damage to them, it's still gonna disable their dashes and it's gonna slow them down. So this is still like very key, and I still like to have this as a utility defensive gem. But the rest, it is all about damage, it's all about that one-shot mechanic. Then we also change here the Skybreaker for the 2 pieces Barons, because the Barons still gonna extend this harmful effects durations from your running consequence from the burn, also the blood flow, the bleed that it gives, and of course the 4 pieces augments burning that is gonna apply on the target. And as long as the target has a burning effect on it, you you can actually keep spamming your Fist of Heavens, and you keep doing this, you know, one-shot mechanic, which is very, very powerful. Another changes that I did was that I actually, you know, this was thanks to the community, so thank you guys for putting down on the comments on the video, and also I spoke with some people on the Discord, and I saw, you know, this chess piece actually makes a lot of sense, which is the Fist of Heaven is now going to increase your critical hit damage on enemies whenever you're going to hit them, and because you're going to apply a lot of crit on these targets, is going to be very beneficial for you. But most important, it is that actually is going to increase, or in this case decrease, the Fist of Heaven's cooldown by 10%, and this is going to make a huge difference because now you're going to be able to keep like spamming your one-shot mechanic. The other thing that I also changed was that we changed the pants from the stun ones for the burst one. Honestly, to be honest, if you want to use the stun with the 2 pieces Skybreaker, you can, but if you want to use the 2 pieces banners, you have to change to the shock troopers when it comes to the pants. And then we also changed the previous main hand that he was gonna give us the movement speed for the observer. So pretty much both of them actually work. One gives you more utility, as one's gonna give you more damage. Personally, I like a lot both of them, and I also changed the one that was gonna give the condemned whenever he hits, applies the slow, for some extra damage that whenever the condemned is gonna hit the target, he actually is gonna keep stacking up to 24%, and also adding 10% more damage from the awakened slot. So pretty much this is the new combination that I found. The core of the build, it is still the same, but obviously, and this is why I bring to the community that we like to actually go and bring new concepts to the table, showing to the community, and then, you know, maybe we can find new things. So this new updated version, it is less tanky than the other one, so you gotta be a bit more careful, but at the end of the day, this is a one-shot build and is actually doing a lot of damage. So I hope that you guys enjoy the news, the leaks, and all these things, and I'm gonna be live streaming today, so if you guys are still here, don't forget to go on live stream, say hi, and type cheese in the comments down below. And with this, thank you for watching, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace! Don't forget to watch the next video.